a heavily modified BMW X1, like I'm sitting in a Rolls-Royce. Thank goodness BMW has the swivel wheel, and thank goodness BMW does not have a massive tablet dominating the center. It does remind me of something I saw in a video game. Hello everyone, over here is the BMW XM. Now this is a very interesting development, guys. This has to be one of the most exciting news of the 2020s, especially for BMW. Now guys, when it comes to the X series models, BMW joined the SUV segment purely for the competition's sakes, guys, because it all started when Mercedes released the first ever M-Class in the 90s, guys. BMW had to come up with something to put up a fight with Mercedes. However, in recent years, it seems as though the German competitors have become a bit more experiment mode, guys. So experiment mode is when they've come up with something and there doesn't really have to be an explanation as to why this BMW XM costs 192,000 euros. Is it good value for money or not? We're gonna find out in a moment, everyone. I want to start by talking about the front grille, everyone. So it seems like BMW has adopted the exact same theme for their 4 Series, guys. So split grills, and it's got this really similar design to what I saw on their M4 model. In fact, the M3 also has a similar design. It should be noted that BMW has those grills for their M models, guys. So it's really cool how they have it here. Oh, and believe it or not, the frame surrounding the grille illuminates. 360-degree parking cameras, parking sensors at the front and at the rear. Get actual air vents right here and right here. Nothing pretentious, guys, because some car manufacturers love taking shortcuts. BMW, when it comes to their M series models, they are genuine. They never take shortcuts. You can never question a BMW M series when it comes to air vents. They always have everything genuine. Now everyone, I want you to pay attention to the nose right here. This nose is not 100% vertical, okay? It's got this shark nose effect. This is a very powerful sign of identity because it's a strong reference to the 1980s BMW 6 Series, guys. The BMWs of those eras, they had a shark nose effect. So bonnet in this manner, and then the nose would be in a diagonal effect. So essentially, what BMW has done was very clever and interesting. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm a big fan of the X7 and the X5. But what BMW did with the rear of this XM, it made it look like a heavily modified BMW X1. It's like someone just basically bought a BMW X1 and modified it beyond means, and there we go. Come on, BMW. The X5 and the X7, they have a more vertical rear, like the D-pillar. This is the D-pillar. It's more vertical. With the XM, it's a bit more diagonal over here, guys. So it seems like BMW aimed for a more crossover SUV style, guys. The wheels of the BMW XM, guys. Now this design does really remind me of what Rolls-Royce usually does, and it wouldn't surprise me because BMW owns Rolls-Royce, so I wouldn't be surprised if perhaps they borrowed something from Rolls-Royce. It looks like this wheel is black alloy, but it is a blend between black alloy and a different tone on top. Now I can't say if this tone is beige or silver, but it has this like metal tone to it. It's really cool, guys. You do get black calipers, everyone, with the M symbol on it, the M insignia. Check this out. Blind spot monitoring, guys. Now these headlights are rather interesting. They kind of remind me of what I've seen on the facelifted version of the BMW X7. It should be noted that BMW has taken an interesting obsession with diamonds, guys. You see it on each of the door handles. See? Diamonds. Diamonds here. Even onto the wheel, the shapes and everything. And then as we approach the rear, things get even more interesting. It's all sharp edges. And also the color theme is very interesting. Now the color theme is dark, that's true. It's dark blue, but you will notice there is the black trim onto the wheel side. And here there is a black line actually. So it's quite good, guys. I'm under the impression that when it came to the design of the BMW XM on the exterior, there was some inspiration from a video game, because the first thing that came in my mind when I saw the wheels and the design, the sharp edges, it reminded me of a video game. Now, whilst exploring the exterior of the BMW XM, I also noticed some problems. The first problem I want to point out, guys, is the lack of alignment over here, guys. Check this out. This is not aligned properly with this part. Something's uneven. And then the bonnet. I don't know if BMW did this deliberately or not, but the bonnet seems to overlap everything here. Now, I think BMW did it deliberately for the aerodynamics. However, ironically here, the bodywork is perfectly aligned, so it seems like there is a problem on the other side only. Another problem I'd like to remark, guys, is that I can respect BMW who tried to go for a diamond theme or something, like over here and everything, and on what we saw on the rear and on the wheels. But what is the purpose of having something sharp right here, guys? Like, what is this? What was BMW thinking with this? I've never seen this before on any other of their X series. Like, what they did with the X7 and the X5 was amazing. But seriously, what's this? This is a bit unnecessary. For the exciting part, everyone, the interior of the BMW XM. It looks amazing. My impression of the interior, guys, is that it is driver-centric. It should be remarked that BMW has reduced the presence of physical buttons. I'm not sure if they did this with other models, but here there's no physical button almost. It's really interesting. I mean, there are buttons, but they're just not that conspicuous, guys. Thank goodness BMW has the swivel wheel, and thank goodness BMW does not have a massive tablet dominating the center. Thank you so much, BMW. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Something unique about the way this interior is designed. Look very carefully at this area. I don't know if it's just me, but in previous X models I've seen before, usually they have a very vertical area right here. Usually they have a very horizontal area right here, okay? So it's like usually everything cocoons you, right? But this area cocoons me, but then here it goes down. Why? You get electric seating adjustments with seating memory. Now seats are ventilated and heated. Now this is the leather I'm talking about, guys. Details. Look at this. Nice detailed leather seats, and I like the dark tone of stitching you get on the seats. The bonnet looks really nice, guys. I like how it's sharp on the edges, right there, and there. So it gives this really strong sense of assurance. So it sounds like, it seems like you're driving something that commands a bit of respect on the road. Over here, interior of the BMW XM. True BMW identity right here, guys. Looks typical for the M series. Now let's have a look at practicality solutions, guys. So over here are your cup holders that are heated and cooled. Believe it or not, guys. And you get a 12-volt socket right there. And you do get wireless cell phone recharge and USB points right there. And by the way, the trim in this interior is quite nice, although I can't really tell if it's real carbon fiber or not. Now for me it feels like plastic. Central console storage, guys. Central console storage is not very deep, but it's fine, guys. It's as good as it has to be, and you do get a charging port there. Now it is time to check out the glove box. I like the quality of everything, by the way. It's quite nice. The glove box is not very deep though. And you do get additional storage space right here, guys. Continuous infotainment system. Now this is something I saw on the facelifted version of the 3 Series and on the iX, guys. It's become a regular thing BMW has employed with other of their models. Interior is full of promises, guys, okay? But I also noticed some problems right away, and I'm going to point them out right now to you all. There's a first problem I'd like to remark is a conflicting theme. So over here, you're greeted with something that looks like it comes from a premium car. It looks like as if I'm sitting in a Rolls Royce. Like, check this out. This is so classy and everything. I love the presentation, the aluminum, and the way things are presented. But then as soon as we look at the steering wheel and as soon as we look at this area, it looks as if I'm sitting in an M series. So one moment I'm in a Rolls Royce, well, basically a 7 Series or something classy, something that's not an M series, and then next thing I know, I'm in an M series. So it's like, there's a conflicting theme. You know, it's more interesting when a car sticks to one theme. And for a price of 192,000 euros, there is hard plastic over here. Now, when it comes to window buttons, I don't know if it's just me, but I've noticed BMW doesn't really put much details. Like, they just make it aluminum and that's it. And rest here is just plastic. Another problem I'd like to remark, and this is something I've noticed with other BMW models with the M pack or in the M series, and is that they often have really thick steering wheels. It's like holding a mountain bike tire, guys. Over here is your door bin, guys, and your door bin is quite decent. It can fit a big water bottle, and it can fit quite a good number of things in the pocket. On the exterior, BMW showed pride for sharp edges and diamond theme, but then why on the interior has BMW just gone round edged here? It just makes it look like a minivan, guys. Like, this is the part, and I noticed this also on the 7 Series, and this is something I do not really like. So it's a conflicting theme. I don't quite get what is BMW aiming for. Are they trying to be an imitation of an M Series? Are they trying to be a BMW 7 Series in a classy way? And you do not get storage space over here for your sunglasses, guys. All right, guys, the exciting part, the rear seat of the BMW XM. Now, whoa, feels like I'm sitting on a couch. Check this out, the seats are all as one, guys. So interesting. Now, guys, plentiful legroom, plentiful knee room. Although, when it comes to the feet, there's a good chance it can make contact with the driver's seat and the passenger seat as well. The railings, guys, that are down there. Now, entrance is easy, but when you sit in the rear seat, it immediately doesn't really feel anything like an M Series. It doesn't feel like an M Series. Something about the rear seat feels very Rolls-Royce-ish. Kind of reminds me of what Maybach usually does, or something in the ultra-luxury segment, like Bentley and Rolls-Royce. I mean, BMW owns Rolls-Royce, so it wouldn't surprise me if they share something, but it's cool. Look at this. It's like a couch. It's really interesting. It's quite cool how they're going about the rear design. And I like the ambient lighting. It's awesome, especially with the diamond effect on the roof, on the ceiling. It makes it look like it looks like a mountain. It's good. It's really good, but then again, guys, as I've emphasized, a bit of a conflicting theme, because on the exterior, BMW aimed for a more M Series style, and then in the interior, I'm supposed to feel like I'm sitting in a Rolls-Royce. And to close the door, there's no precise door handle, so I just pull from anywhere to close the door. Okay, I'll just pull it from here. Otherwise, on the bright side, it is a bottle holder, guys. The door has a lot of space to hold your bottles and to hold a lot of things. Oh boy, one of the deepest door bins I've ever seen. That's really good. And you do get a nice rear seat pocket. But this whole thing is a bit firm, guys. And you get a nice armrest right here with 2 cup holders that... Huh? Is that it? Just 2 cup holders? What? Okay, guys, there's something really interesting going on. 192,000 euros and you get 2 cup holders that are just exposed like this. Usually BMW and most premium car manufacturers, they love putting a lot of details, like having a detailed cup holder that opens, that closes, and a nice, beautiful trim, whether it's carbon fiber, wood, aluminum. But for the XM, BMW just basically thought of this as a last-minute thing. What exactly is going on here? Over here is your climate control, and it is nice and detailed, guys. I like that. Air vents right here, and you get a little space for your storage. 12-volt socket down there, USB points down there. Okay, I like this area. It's good. All 4 doors get handles over here, and you do get a coat hook right here, and you get another hook right there. Now it is time to check out the boot space, guys. Now you do get a 12-volt socket in there, and you get your first aid kit right here with the tether points on the sides, guys. Very good. There's a lot of elevation though for some reason. The space is good, guys. It's decent, and I like the material it's lined with. The distance between the floor and the ceiling, it's very little compared to what I've seen in other X series models. But then I guess you don't really buy the XM for practicality purposes. So here's my conclusion of the BMW XM, everyone. So the thing is, BMW was born from small cars. They expanded because of small cars. When the first ever X5 was released, it was horrible, it was low quality, and it was unreliable. Nobody liked it. But today, the new X5 is amazing, immaculate. The XM, guys. The XM has a very conflicting identity, and it's a car that's really beautiful in many ways. Work of art, or it's like those expensive milkshakes you take at a five-star restaurant, you know? Like those five-star restaurants that offer fancy desserts, like, I don't know, Oreo milkshake, but top quality. You know what I'm saying, guys? And the reason I say this is because some things were not consistent. It's like as if whoever designed the front was aiming for a M series, whoever designed the rear aimed for an X1, whoever designed the wheels and the rear seat clearly came from Rolls-Royce. The big question, for a price of 192,000 euros, is this BMW XM good value for money or not? Well, to equipment, this BMW XM was well equipped. I saw quite a good number of things and cool features on board, but then I was quite alarmed by the absence of the glasses holder, because usually most car manufacturers offer this. Like, there's always going to be an option to have something to hold your glasses. 192,000 euros doesn't really offer you this for the XM. Why not? So you know what I think, guys? I think this BMW XM is great value for money. This is something revolutionary. This is something really interesting. And BMW has basically brought a concept car to life. Very cool, because when I first saw this design, as I've said earlier, it does remind me of something I saw in a video game. It's really interesting. The wheels, the sharp edges, guys, BMW at least is being itself. They're not taking copies or traits from anybody else. They are being themselves. Thank you so much, BMW, for doing this. Thank you so much, BMW, for taking a risk to do something great. Please keep that work up, and everybody should do the same, because I really, really do not like conservative designs. I really like interesting, groundbreaking, in-your-face designs, guys. So you want my opinion of this BMW XM? I love this BMW XM, everyone. This BMW XM is one of the most interesting BMW X model currently available, guys. One of the most interesting X series. And I have to say, it's very promising. BMW, for your facelift, get rid of those Rolls-Royce seats. Put some real M series seats in the back. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos that are on the run, everyone. I have a question to ask all of you. What are your thoughts of the BMW XM? And do you guys agree that BMW went a bit too far with those Rolls-Royce seats at the back? Do you think maybe they should have made it more M-ish? Let me know in the comments what you all think.